I tried
tired,
my best.
Grandpa.
I'm so tired. She
Nonstop.
is coked out on caffeine right now. I would have a lot of people come to me and be like, you have what I want.
We want to just bridge the gap between the coaching expertise with a real, raw, honest, vulnerable experience.
I started sleeping really good again. And then I was like, well, maybe I can start having coffee again. And it was fine. And now it's like sometimes, but I just love it so much.
Yeah.
That I'm like, if I sometimes have a bad night of sleep and it's due to that, I'm like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to get rid of it completely.
Just won't get too spicy.
Yeah,
like,
don't add too much next time.
I love it. I love it. Going off of that, I think this is one of probably the most misunderstood seasons of life, right? I think a lot of people crave guidance, and I think that that's what we want to do with this series is most women don't need more information. They need structure. And my name's Clarice Barnett. I am the founder of Totality, and that's exactly what I do is I help women create structure for real life and show them what it looks like to not only reach their goals, but maintain it for the rest of their life, no matter what that looks like in whatever season that you're in. So I wanted to pull Halie in because she is someone that's just walking through a new season of life. This is her first baby. And
first time mama.
I'm so excited because it's just a beautiful way to walk through what this looks like as you walk through such a transformational season of life and enter something new. And I think that was one of the biggest reasons that you signed up to was just having something a little bit more structured and more guidance with all of it. So that's exactly what we want to do with this series is really just walk through a little bit of guidance, a little bit of structure on how to approach this season with excellence, but also while extending yourself grace.
Yes, yes.
So tell us a little bit more about you, like where you're at with everything, and just like how many weeks you are, how you're feeling, all the things.
I am a first-time mama, little girl. I'm 33 weeks pregnant now. I hired you. I think I reached out when I was like late 20s. Yeah. And then we started working together when I was 30-ish weeks pregnant. So it's been a few weeks. And I do believe that knowledge is power. But like you said, I'm walking into a new phase of life where I have, even if you read someone's story or you read all the books or you listen to all the podcasts, my experience is going to be so different than theirs. And even week to week and day to day, it's so different. So to have an expert in your corner and just helping you along the way is everything. It's very powerful.
Yeah. I think a lot of women really swing the pendulum in this season of life, right? Where it's either like balls to the walls or throw it all away because I don't know what to do. Do you feel like you kind of hit that point too where you were like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like trying to find the middle ground and the balance of all of it.
I would literally feel both of those things on different days of the week.
Yeah.
Your energy waxes and wanes. Your hormones and your mindset waxes and wanes. And it's a really scary and weird thing, especially as someone who's very structured and active. And I was very disciplined and in shape going into pregnancy. So you just kind of think like, it's going to be fine and easy and you'll get through it because you have that undertone of discipline in your life. And then you get there and you're like, this is scary because I could literally just eat and lay on the couch today because I'm so tired and I don't know what's going on with my body. It feels different. It looks different. There's all of these things. So I would swing between both. And then the next day I'd wake up with a ton of energy and I'd be deadlifting 150 pounds in the gym, 20 some weeks pregnant. And you feel like, oh my God, I'm like such a badass. So it's just such a complex.
Hell yeah. Just kidding.
It's such a complex to swing so extremely in both directions when you're used to having a little bit more of that steady discipline and mindset. So it was a really weird and scary thing, which is one of the biggest things of why I reached out, because I was like, I just want some support during this time. And I want someone in my corner who's going to tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear. Because there's a lot of people in your life when you get pregnant where they just tell you what you want to hear, or they I don't want to use the word coddle,
it's
because
like, in a way. Like sugarcoating stuff just because they already know you're
carrying a baby and
Yeah.
give yourself some whatever. And like, there's times for that. Don't get me wrong. But then there's also times where it's like,
let's get it together. Yeah.
Like, you've stayed there and like taken the time to do that. And now we need to keep going because this is what you said you wanted.
Yeah.
And you are carrying a baby and you're responsible for the health of that baby because of how you show up for yourself during pregnancy. So
I love that. And I think one thing that you've really done really, really well and have connected with a lot of people on is just documenting this journey for you. And I think a lot of women are relating to a lot of what you've gone through with PCOS and now a pregnancy and getting pregnant and all the stages of that. So I'm curious on why you chose, even hopping in and doing this with me, but like why you chose to document this over just handling it privately and going about it on your own.
Yeah, and I wish I had done a better job of doing it, because sometimes you're like, I'm just so tired. But I tried my best. I'm so tired. But I feel like God has blessed me with these experiences in life. You know, sometimes people look at having PCOS or a diagnosis or different barriers to getting what they want, and seeing it as an opportunity to just like go quiet, and seeing it as something that's just, why did this have to happen to me? Yeah. And I just like saw it as, okay, well, I gotta figure it out. Like, the answers are out there. What I want is out there. I just gotta figure it out. I gotta, get the right people in my corner, and like, I will get there. And I feel like instead of going quiet, I just used it as an opportunity to help other people, because I would have a lot of people come to me and be like, you have what I want. You have the PCOS diagnosis and you figured it out and you got pregnant, or you have remained fit, you've remained active. How the heck did you do that? And so I was like, this is an opportunity for me to not only help myself and keep myself accountable to doing what I said I wanted to do, but then to help other people. Because there's a lot of women dealing with this stuff, and they don't know what it is, or they don't know how to help themselves or what to do next. And it feels really scary to them of like, am I ever going to get pregnant? Am I ever going to figure out what is going on? And yes, you will. You will.
I love that. That's, I think, exactly what we want to do with this series is not just talk about it. And like, I think there's a lot of coaches, we talked about this, where it's like there's coaches that are pregnant that just say clickbaity things so that you sign on with their like postpartum program, right? Or you get people that are just pregnant that have no expertise in this area whatsoever. And you're just like, okay, well, I'm just living through your experience, but I'm not walking away with knowledge. And we want to just bridge the gap between the coaching expertise with a real, raw, honest, vulnerable experience walking through this new season of life and transformation. And not just talk about it, but actually demonstrate what it looks like to do it with structure from pre-birth all the way to postpartum and do it well. So.
Yeah, it would be a shame for me to get through it and be, have my hormones stabilized again and be shredded again and then be like, here's how I did it.
Yeah.
And instead we want to kind of like peel back that layer and show the gritty in between of like, we are figuring this out real time.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah.
That's it.